Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I hope you're all doing well. I did notice last night that actually my two last videos on the last performances of Queendom were blocked by YouTube and Mnet, and I have nothing against that. I do understand that I am using videos from a TV show, so there's the whole copyright element, but that being said, they were blocked. They were not like copyrighted and like I couldn't make money out of it. I do understand that. Nothing wrong. I don't make money out of YouTube. But to be blocked, that's a little bit more unfortunate. So I decided this morning, because I have a little bit of spare time right before work, to just film this quick breakdown of all of the performances plus final rankings. Just give you my thoughts through the performances. Do I agree with the final rankings or not? And just have a little discussion with you guys about the performances and what I liked, what I didn't like, the rankings and everything. So I hope you still enjoy this. I won't be showing videos from it because one of my last Queendom breakdowns I did just show a little clip, but it was still blocked, and then it was just not monetized. So the first performance that we have here is AOA with the song Sorry. For the last round of Queendom, we already had all of the songs. The new element added was actually the performance. The goal of this last round was to release every single song a week prior to the last episode and see how well each and every song would chart on the multiple charts that you have in Korea. And based on that, and then perhaps even the votes, they would determine who won Queendom. And so for AOA's performance, I did already really like the song. I thought it really suited them. It was yet a new different style for them, because with Queendom I feel like they created a new version of AOA, and it was not just because all of a sudden the public was like, wow, AOA are awesome, but as well the fact that actually AOA sort of got into reinventing themselves all throughout the show. Every single performance, from the very first one of Miniskirt, then Agotistic, and then with AOA Cream, I was not really a big fan of that, but Jimin Time for Some Action and Puss really picked it up. But because the way the performance was built, the fact it was one part and the other, and they were so different from one another, and one member was missing and everything, it didn't feel as authentic. But that's just my opinion. But then with this new performance, with Sorry, all the members were back together and they were able to create such an amazing performance. So for Sorry, they decided to go with a Western type of movie concept. The performance starts out with like Jimin sitting down with a rifle, and there's like the flyer of like Wanted, and they create this whole atmosphere of really a Western. And then once she shoots out, the performance starts. And honestly, from the very first shot, I was like, this is going to be awesome. Then we had like the outfit. I do normally not really like those types of outfits. Still, for those ones, I'm not really a fan of, but they suited them really, really well. It wasn't something that you were like, that feels wrong. But I'm just not really a big fan of the whole Western type of concept and that type of outfit. However, that being said, even if I don't really like it, actually for this one, the way they executed it and the way they were so confident, and they just took the song and the performance to a whole nother level. And those outfits, even if you don't really like it prior to this performance, once you watching it, you don't really notice much and you just are so into it. So the performance and everything, like the stares, like the presence on stage, it's AOA. They've proven already that they have amazing stage presence, so that is still intact. Then we have the breakdown, and that breakdown is pretty amazing. We have Chanmi doing a complete fight scene during the performance, and she does one of those things like Black Widow in the Avengers 1. No, it wasn't in the Avengers, it was in the Iron Man movie. The second one or first one, I don't know. Have to check that. But the way she does everything, they must have worked so hard for this performance, and they were so stunning in just everything. And I know that compared to the other groups, they weren't as popular, and that is the reason why they ranked so low compared to the others, but still I am really proud of being an AOA fan, and they just nailed it. And I know for a fact they will get so many more fans after Queendom, and I hope they stick around and support them, because the girls really deserve our support. And so all of them were looking stunning. We have various high notes. Jimin's rap parts are so freaking cool, and the way she set it up during the performance was so freaking cool as well. Like, I just remember Soyeon's stare like at the camera. It was just so damn sexy. They start out with the hats as well, and then just go into the performance stage, like throw away the hats and they start dancing. The choreo as well looked so freaking cool, so hard as well, but they just nailed it, and they just seem to be such hard workers. I'm really a big fan. The next one is I-Dle, and for this one they decided to go with Lion, which was a track that Soyeon did right. And with I-Dle, even though I do think that they are an amazing group and they have loads and loads of potential, knowing that they're still considered a rookie group, I think they are really brilliant, but sometimes I do think that it tends to be a little bit of Soyeon and friends, and that sometimes can be a little bit of a letdown, because she gets the most spotlight, and well, why not? She's the one producing and writing everything. But at the same time, you are still part of a group, and for the public, the group coherence and cohesion seems to be the most important thing, and not so much one member that gets all the spotlight. But for this one, I was really surprised when the performance started, and right from the very start, like the red light and just the setting of it, the backup dancers coming up, so many backup dancers, like for all of the performance, the level of production and the way they went for it, it was pretty amazing. But for this one they went an extra level, and then decided to have like so many backup dancers, and then we start with Shua, and I was so happy that she was finally able to get the spotlight. She started, and it was so intense because we only had like the base of the track, which this track is really intense and very dark as well, and so she was the only one starting it, and it was so setting the mood and establishing that dark, intense atmosphere for the public. And the looks, the stares, normally Shua tends to be a little more on the emotionless side, but for this one she just set the mood so well, and she already set the entire performance. Right before that they do tell us a story, and I thought it was so extra because they were like setting the mood, not just with an introduction by one of the members, but by telling a story and having a narration style, and it was even on more like the medieval type of style of how they perform or told the story, and that I thought it was really nice, really interesting as well. So then she starts a performance and all the members come out, and then like the confidence, like just the fierceness, they were just so into it, and that's what I love about I-Dle. When you feel like they are so comfortable on stage, they don't doubt themselves, not even a nanosecond. They don't care, they're like so confident, and that's really interesting because they show the duality that they have, because at some points when they are talking during the show for the episodes or talking with the other participants, they are so shy, but then when it comes to being on stage, especially for Sojin, when it comes to being on stage, they are so freaking at ease and they just own the place. And so then for the entire track we have so much going on, but it's so intense. The performance, the choreo is amazing. The various singing parts are so freaking cool. We have Minnie's super high note, which was so mind-blowing. Mian singing the chorus, so freaking cool. I really like Sojin doing the intro. Ooh, I'm lion, I'm a queen. I really like that, how it was so deep that it was almost like she was speaking at the very end of that note, and I really did appreciate that. The fact that Shua gets her own spotlight at the very beginning, but then she gets the entire verse during the performance, which is what's so freaking cool. One thing that I was not so okay with was the fact that they were like in terms of who does what, Myeon is still a main vocalist, and I do not understand why she doesn't get more lines. And like I said, most of the time it's the producer that decides who gets the most lines. So when the producer is actually a member of the group, I don't know why she doesn't give more lines to Myeon, because she does sing really, really well. Sometimes I do understand that she's not really the most fitted for every single concept for their songs, but still at the same time she has a lot of potential, so why not use her way more in the song? But that aside, I did think he was really nice, and I was so surprised that actually Soyeon still had the spotlight, but then she had a whole moment for a rap bar, so I was like, we're back to where we were before. She did share a little bit of the spotlight with Shoa, and I thought that in itself was really nice. They did release the MV for this track, which I freaking loved. Like, searching with the scar marks on her back was so freaking cool and so well done. The MV in itself really went along with the performance. We had the same outfits at times. I thought overall it was a really good idea to release this MV right after Queendom and just keep it linked and have some touches of the same outfits and everything, and I thought the MV looked really cool as well. One thing that I really enjoy is, of course, the outfits, like the velour, the red velour, and then right before that they had the I don't have names for the things that they were wearing. The cape with the feathers. It was really interesting the way they decided to go with this, and the backup dancers were all wearing makeup that made them look like lions. I really liked that detail. And then they end the performance seated on the throne, and that was like such a nice ending, such a mind-blowing, in-your-face ending. And I do understand why they came out third in the overall ranking, but I will talk about the rankings later on. But this performance is nothing to be ashamed of. It's so freaking amazing. We have here everything: power, confidence, amazing vocals. And that's one thing that I really like, is the fact when they sing, they must had like the pre-recorded version, and they managed to out-sing the pre-recorded version. So it's really nice because we actually hear their vocals. Mostly Soyeon. For the performances of Mamamoo, I-Dle and Oh My Girl, you can really hear their voices when they are singing. Not so much with the others, but at the same time I cannot really explain why that is. I didn't work on the sound for the performance and for the episode, but I thought it was really interesting because they really out-sing the pre-recorded version. So for me overall, it's an amazing performance, and they are like a massive rookie group. That's just a fact. Moving on to the next performance, we have Oh My Girl with GIDLE. And that song right from the very start was so motivational, and I freaking loved the positive vibe from it. Oh My Girl is one of those groups that I feel like the positive vibe that you get from them and all the energy is so freaking good, and they nailed it every single time. And for this one as well, they are telling a story. And one thing that I really like about Oh My Girl is that with the first performance that they did on Queendom, you felt like they weren't so sure about how they should go, in which direction they should go for this show. But then when they got the criticism back and they weren't so happy with the results, they just took it to a whole nother level and they started telling stories. I think with Twilight and Destiny, they really took it to a whole nother level, and I was just blown away. So I was expecting quite a lot from this performance, and right from the start we have what we wanted. And so for the beginning of this last performance, you see right away that they are going for it. So the performance starts out with Gio in the middle and all the other members around her, and she has her legs tied up with ropes and on both directions, and she starts out on the ground, and the whole thing being set in the dark. You just have this atmosphere, very dark atmosphere, being built up right away. And like the dance moves were so freaking good, cannot look away from it. It was just so wow, in your face right from the very start. And then their outfits, I think that I do prefer the outfits from Twilight and from Destiny. This one was a little bit more tamed than the previous two. However, I think that the detail is on the accessories, and they just they have multiple accessories that are really beautiful, and it goes really well with the black and white outfits. Then they really have like a really nice décolleté. I was so surprised that they decided to have that to their outfits, but it was a really nice touch. I really think that it suited really well the sound and the performance as well. In terms of vocals, it was amazing. Yeojun and Sangi did an amazing job with all the high notes, especially their performance. Being the center, have to do all of those high notes during the chorus and still managed to do a beautiful performance and nail the choreo. Was so freaking amazing. Love the high notes, love Beanie's high notes as well, with the ad-libs during the bridge being like, what? Minnie's rap parts are freaking amazing. I freaking love it. Every single time I'm wishing for her to rap even more than what she does in every single song, but you know there's a lot of members, they need to share the spotlight. I-Dle and Gio, they don't sing as much, but their parts are just so freaking good every single time. They do add some touches here and there, and it's just like perfect. It really completes the entire performance. Yoa looked amazing. Really she looked amazing, she sounded amazing. Big fan, what can I say, big fan. Overall for me, Oh My Girl and like Mamamoo were on the same level, but just Mamamoo was a little bit higher. Moving on to the next performance, we have Mamamoo. So Mamamoo was performing Destiny, which was one of my favorite songs out of the 6. I think that they showed different sides of them in one song. It was really versatile, and we have different textures to the song. Then vocally speaking, and the rap parts were just so freaking amazing. The chorus being da 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 da, amazing. Really like the fact that they decided to play with the crowd, the public, when they did the performance. Really like that. The performance starts out with what's that, all in white with the white hat as well. The short hair, so stunning. Start with the first few notes, the deep notes, and it was just amazing. Sola being carried out onto the stage, nailing her high notes as well. Freaking loved it. Ween with the blue hair, Moonbeard with the purple hair, they all looked breathtaking. And I know I'm a bit biased because I freaking love Mamamoo. What can I say? I just do, and I think that it was so freaking good, especially because they do have a pre-recorded song. I do think so, and every single time the performance, the vocals of Mamamoo just out-sing the pre-recorded version, and you can really listen to them giving their all and reaching every single note, and that is so freaking beautiful. Every single time I'm just stunned by Mamamoo. Then I really love the choreo as well, the poses with the different backup dancers, how they like play with them as well. The ending pose, beautiful, with Hwasa and Moonbeard, I think, on the ground hugging each other. Or was Ween? I don't remember, but I freaking love that pose. It was so beautiful. I was such a big fan of it. And all throughout the performance I was like, damn it, wow, amazing. So those high notes, everything was just amazing, and how they interacted with the crowd, it made it seem like a concert, and it was so freaking amazing. Like they went for the like fringe western outfit as well, like AOA. I did prefer the all white version of the western outfit, and it suited them so well. It was so beautiful to watch, like the charisma from Mamamoo. So now for the rankings. Actually, if you didn't notice or not, I don't know, but I did talk about every single performance in the order that was actually the final ranking. We had Pakbum, number 6, then Lovelyz, then AOA, I-Dle, Oh My Girl, and Mamamoo. And so, Mamamoo won Queendom! Whee! Congratulations! So I was really happy the fact Mamamoo won Queendom, and it was really expected in a sense, because well, Mamamoo, they were just amazing, but that song was really the cherry on top. It was really good, really powerful, and I do understand why, especially because every single time you did hear them sing live, and they just outsung the pre-recorded version every single time, and the other groups did do really well as well. So I think at the end of the day, the performances of Queendom were just amazing. We don't really care if it was a competition or not, because we were able to see amazing performances, new friendships being built during the show. So at the end of the day, I'm just happy with the fact that I was able to watch all those performances with you guys and just have a good time, and they were able to do so much during that show. And even now, for example, for AOA, they have this new stage of their life as a group, which is so freaking cool to watch and to witness. So overall for me, Queendom has some bad things but some good, and the good outweighs the bad, and I freaking loved it. So yeah guys, tell me in the comments down below, do you agree or not with the final ranking? What's your thoughts? Your favorite performance, your least favorite performance? Tell me everything in the comments down below, I really want to know. Either way guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit different than usual, but still wanted to talk about the last episode and the last performances with you guys, and now I have to go to work. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye!